One thing our hotels all have is a unique location. There are all sorts of museums, landmarks, parks, things that travelers will be interested in seeing. And so what we wanted to allow the hotels to do is create a list and identify the landmarks, the museums, the places that are interesting around their property that travelers might be interested in experiencing. So our points of interest feature in Expedia Partner Central allows our hotels to curate a list of the most important points of interest that they would recommend to travelers who are considering staying at their property. So Expedia for years has been building up a database of points of interest. And what we've done is ran an algorithm that basically generates a list of recommended points of interest from where they are and the popularity rating and other criteria that we added. But when we showed it to hotels, they would always want to adjust it. They would see that list and they would say, I don't always recommend that place, or the people who visit my hotel are not always interested in that. They're a different demographic or they have different interests, and they might be more interested in a different point of interest. So instead of just letting hotels curate a list of 10 points of interest, we're looking for ways to let hotels' personality shine through and to customize that list, to make it their own. In addition, we're letting the hotels upload their own photos. As we know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And so if we can get beyond just a text list and we can get pictures, we can get that personal touch from the hotelier to the traveler. The list that we generate is generated by a computer, right? And so it has pluses and minuses with that. It works pretty fast, but it's not always accurate. For example, one found that something was called a museum, but it was really a mortuary. Other hotels were pointing out trails and things in the mountains that we had never even known about in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, and we didn't have a lot of points of interest in that area. And they were saying, actually, there's a great waterfall over here, there's a national park on this side. When you use the point of interest tool, you can really make it your own by using custom photography that you've taken that, again, matches the tone of the rest of your photography around your property. And as you're using and interacting with these tools, we hope that hotels will come back to us and say, I love that, I need more of this, I want to adjust this, and so that we can continue to make it a better experience for hotels and in the end a better experience for our travelers. We've got a whole toolkit for you to start highlighting the most important points of interest around your property.